The Egyptians had many gods and goddesses. This was called polytheistic. The most important gods were Adam, the god of creation, Ra, the god of the sun, Horus, the symbol of resurrection, Osiris, ruler of the underworld, Isis, the mother goddess, Anubis, the god of the dead, Thoth, the god of the moon, writing knowledge, and Set, the god of chaos. In the beginning, the universe was filled with primeval waters of chaos. The god Re-Adam appeared out of these waters. Re-Adam spat out, and out of the spat came deities, Shu, who was air, and Tefnut was moisture. The world was created when Shu and Tefnut gave birth to two children, Nut, who was the sky, and Geb was the earth. People were created when Shu and Tefnut went wandering in the dark wastes and got lost. Re-Adam sent his eye to find them. When he brought them together, his tears of joy turned into people. The pharaohs of Egypt were believed to be divine. Their job was to defend the country from enemies, managing food and supplies, and appeasing the gods with temples and offerings. In the temples, emblems of Mat were given to the gods. Mat means truth, justice, and harmony. When the pharaoh went in leadership, he was identified as Horus, the son of Ra, and after death they became Osiris, ruler of the underworld. The goddesses Isis, Hathor, and Mut were all seen as the mothers of the pharaoh. The Egyptians believed that after death, the body had to be preserved to allow the spirit to get food and water. Mummification was used to preserve the body after death. Mummification was long and expensive. It took 70 days to complete the whole process. The people involved in a mummification were a scribe, a cutter, and an embalmer. The scribe's job was to oversee the cutting of the body. The cutter made the incision down the abdomen, and the embalmer was a priest. Before the mummified body was buried, a mask was placed over the head. It then was placed in a sarcophagus. After death, the pharaoh had to go through several trials. The spirit began the journey by crossing a wide river through a gate guarded by monsters. The spirit then had to go to the Hall of Truth to be judged. He would be accused of 42 different crimes which he had to answer the charges of. The heart would then be placed on a scale to be weighed against a feather representing Mat. If the heart was heavier than the feather, their heart would be eaten by a monster and they would have a bad afterlife. But if their heart was lighter than the feather, they would have a good afterlife.